time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time. Every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, get smarter. Every time I get it. Every time I get it. Every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, get smarter. Every time I get it. Every time I get it. Whoa, opposition can't touch me at all. I'm rising up every day and I never will fall. What you do, I see it all through a crystal ball. Swallow the wheel, baby, go, go, never stall. Whoa, baby, and what you think about how I flow, baby? You can see me rising up every single day. Got the GPS navigation, yeah, I'm on the way. And I'ma say it like, every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, get smarter.
WEF, it is your general manager, Max Davidson. And I got a couple of things that I want to address. First thing, Judas, what you did to Trenton was inexcusable. You had no reason to attack him after the match. And the board of directors have been down my back wanting to suspend you for what you did. And that will just give you a reason, frankly, to have a vacation. And we're not having that. So, Judas, you will go one-on-one again with Trenton in a steel cage match. I hope you are ready for what is coming for you. As for the Macho Man Championship title, Alexander Kelly, you won that match. And I am a man of my word. You will have your match at TakeOver. But if anybody, that includes your girlfriend, interferes in that match, matter of fact, no one is allowed at ringside. Not even for the champion side, nor you, Alexander Kelly. You both will go one-on-one for that Macho Man Championship. The winner will be the winner. But more information to come, especially involving the match that I'm going to have at TakeOver. And that match is going to be like Jay Rude always has to say, glorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of WEF Strikeout. I am your color commentator for the evening, Alex Black. I want to apologize for not doing content for, I want to say a week, but we are back now. And ladies and gentlemen, we just heard some words from the WEF General Manager, Max Davidson. He announced a match for himself at RUW TakeOver, and ladies and gentlemen, it's only a matter of time before we realize who he has in mind for his opponent. But I'd imagine that we're going to hear some words from Alexander Kelly either later tonight or next week. So I would stay tuned for that. But ladies and gentlemen, kicking off the night, we have John Moxley taking on 1/5 of Death Incorporated, King Vampire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Money Incorporated from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, King Vampire.
Here is King Vampire. This right here is a man who has been a multi-time RUW United States champion. Former World Tag Team Champion. And this match right here, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the night is an interesting one. Because Jon Moxley does have history with King Vampire. Matter of fact, last year at RUW Season Finale 5, when Jon Moxley was still tag team partners with Alexander Kelly,
And his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jon Moxley.
as I was saying, when Jon Moxley was still tag team partners with Alexander Kelly, last year at RUW Season Finale 4, Jon Moxley defended his United States Championship against King Vampire. And right after he lost it, Alexander Kelly turned his back on Jon Moxley, unleashing a ruthless attack. And then later, after the main event, after James Taylor beat Sethi for the World Heavyweight Championship, that was the moment Death Incorporated was born. Alexander Kelly came out, offered a show of respect to James Taylor, and that made it official that they were back together as partners. And this is interesting because King Vampire is now part of Death Incorporated. If it wasn't for Alexander Kelly turning his back on Jon Moxley, Death Incorporated may have never have formed. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of history has happened ever since these two last fought. Oh, and King Vampire able to kick Jon Moxley off of him. Miscalculated that drop kick. But now King Vampire able to fight back. Sunset flip power bomb. Down goes Jon Moxley. Delivers the Swanton right to the back. Oh, but now Jon nearly decapitating King Vampire. Answers back with a clothesline. But not even able to get the count of one. And there's a collar and elbow tie-up. And it looks like Jon is going to get the upper hand. Has the arm wrench applied on the King Vampire. Oh! And look at that. King Vampire, so far, not able to find an escape. As Jon Moxley sends him halfway across the ring with that arm drag. But just like that, these two are going back and forth in this contest. But it seems like so far, Jon Moxley has the upper hand over King Vampire, sending him to the outside. And I know that Jon Moxley does not have good intentions in his head. When does he ever have any good intentions? Suicide dive right up against the barricade. Oh, but King Vampire just springed right back up. What the hell is this match? Has Moxley up into the powerbomb position and sends him down. And right into those steps, King Vampire is sending a message to Jon Moxley. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget, later this week on RUW Decimation, Jon Moxley has the fight of his career, as he will be going up against Lucy and Damian Priest in a tag team match. And if the Switchblade Conspiracy is able to win, they get their job back in RUW. But right now, Jon Moxley is getting his ass whooped by King Vampire. So not so good so far. As King Vampire delivers the neck breaker. And now look at this. King Vampire with the, was looking for the step up enziguri, but Jon able to duck it. Jon Moxley just torturing King Vampire here. And this could be all she wrote for King Vampire. As look at this, Jon Moxley with a full head of steam, able to rally back in this match. delivers the shot to the face, and now a running bulldog to follow it up. And now Jon Moxley's gonna stomp King Vampire's head right into the canvas, delivers the curb stomp, there's a cover. But still not enough to put King Vampire away. Oh, but this might. This might. What is Jon Moxley thinking here? Oh, he's looking to put King Vampire to sleep. Sleeper hold is applied, and that does it. King Vampire taps out to Jon Moxley. Beautiful opening contest. Both of these men had answers for each other, but it was ultimately Jon Moxley who was able to put King Vampire to sleep. Stomped his head into the canvas. That wasn't enough to do it. So he gave King Vampire a quick nap. Look at that. Carp stomp wasn't enough to finish this match just yet. So the sleeper hold was applied, and King Vampire went night-night. What a win for Jon Moxley. And this is exactly what he needed if he looks to put his career back on track before the biggest match of his life this week on Decimation. What a win for Jon Moxley, but ladies and gentlemen, we are still not done with the action. Coming up next, folks, the former RUW 24/7 champion, the Captain Brent Oakley, will be in action as he battles a former WEF United States champion, former WEF Intercontinental champion, JT. Let's not waste any more time. We both know of the athleticism that these two possess. I don't think I said that sentence right. We all know the athleticism that both of these competitors possess is what I meant to say. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the action.
When you hear the horns, that'll let you know it's time. The Spartans going live, and we won't be denied. Like John Moran, if you ain't with us, keep it on that side. Feel the speedy ride. You know the vibe. When you hear the horns, that'll let you know it's time. The Spartans going live, and we won't be denied. If you ain't with us, you better keep it on that side. Feel the speedy ride.
And here is Brent Oakley, a man who has been despicable as all hell ever since he turned his back on Alpha Sigma Sigma and the Spartan Brandon Collins. Brent thinks he is his own man now. But we're going to see if that pays off in this contest against JT. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd be lying if I said that Brent Oakley did not have a little bit of success by himself. But ladies and gentlemen, here is JT, a man who knows all too well what it's like to ride solo. The last time this man had any sort of tag team partner was 5 or 6 years ago when he held the WEF Tag Team Championship. But that was a while ago. And ever since then, he has gone on to have a lot of success under his belt. But he battles the captain, Brent Oakley, former Pro Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champion, former RUW 24/7 Champion. There is the bell. We are now underway as JT is immediately going to bring the fight to Brent Oakley right out of the gate. And now look at this, JT, immediately trying to put Brent Oakley away, but the referee had no room to do shit. The same move that put King Vampire away in our previous match. JT has a sleeper hold applied, but Brent Oakley was able to fight out of that one quickly. And look at this, Brent has JT up against the ropes, official asking for a clean break, and we are going to get one. And there's another tie-up. The question remains, who is going to get the upper hand in this contest? JT able to answer back. Wrist lock is applied. And taking Brent Oakley down to the ground. Now JT just calling for the captain to make it back up to his feet. JT, what is he thinking here? Putting Brent up against the ropes, but Brent able to get that elbow up right to the face. But look at this, these two just back and forth in the early goings of this contest. Reversal after reversal, neither man able to get the advantage over the other. And once again, Brent shoving JT up against the ropes. And to be expected, Brent Oakley delivering a cheap shot, but JT rolling him up, but only able to get a count of one. And JT giving Brent Oakley what I believe, what he deserves. Just picking him apart, torturing him, making him feel the pain. My God. There's that athleticism by Brent Oakley that I mentioned earlier. And once again, these two are just going back and forth. And now JT, what is he thinking here? JT delivers the snap German. And just doing everything he can to keep Brent Oakley on the ground. Shot right to the midsection, but Brent answers back with a chop. And it looks like these two are going to go back and forth, trading shots and trading blows. Brent Oakley asking for another one, and that is exactly what he's going to get, but Brent is not done. Look at this, JT giving him a beating of his life. Slapping the hell out of him. And JT able to get the upper hand of that exchange. And that could be all that JT needed. Super kick connects. And JT gonna drag Brent away from the ropes into the cover. No, that was close. But Brent Oakley still in this match. And now JT delivers the swinging neck breaker. Brent Oakley is down. If I were JT, I would go for that finishing move, and that could be exactly what he is looking to do here. JT, delivers the splash instead. I thought he was going to go for that clothesline, but probably just wants to make sure Brent Oakley's down for good. And now look at this, tornado DDT. Spiking Brent Oakley right on the top of his head. And now JT delivers the leg drop from the middle rope. But Brent springs right back up, but immediately gets taken right back down. If I were JT, I would just go for that finishing move, that springboard clothesline. Connect it and be done with it, because if you ask me, Brent Oakley's out. Brent Oakley is running on nothing but pure adrenaline right now. And now JT dropping the elbow right on the sternum. Well, it looks like JT is not done with Brent Oakley just yet. JT delivers the Irish whip. Oh, was probably looking for that snap German suplex yet again. But this time, Brent Oakley had it scouted. And now it's Brent Oakley in firm control. Look at this. Applying the crossface. Oh, but JT able to break out of it. And Brent once again gaining control of this contest. Oh, delivers that shotgun drop kick into the cover. No. JT still in this match. Brent Oakley's going to have to do a lot more than that if he wants to put him away. And now Brent, what is he thinking here? Holy shit! Spiking JT right on the top of his head with a DDT on the apron. JT has got to be out. Brent just needs to get him back inside the ring. Go for that cover. This one has got to be over with. Oh! But JT springs right back up. Somehow, he still has some fight in him. But Brent, oh! With the captain's hook. There's a cover. Oh, but Brent taking the cheap way out. Whoa! But the referee noticed it at the last possible second. We nearly had a controversial finish. But the official noticed Brent's feet were on the ropes at the last second. And if you ask me, I believe Brent Oakley is pissed the hell off. He nearly had this match won. Oh! But Brent gets taken back down to the canvas. And now JT has him up into the fireman's carry. Oh, but Brent fighting out of it. And once again, these two just back and forth. What a contest we are witnessing here. And once again, JT gonna roll up the captain, Brent Oakley, but only able to get a count of one. JT just needs to go for that springboard clothesline. Oh! The Famerser connects. But JT not done. Has Brent up into the fireman's carry. Delivers the gut check. Now JT on the apron. Springboard clothesline, but he didn't get all of it. The question is though, did he get enough of it? There's a cover. No! Brent Oakley still in this match. But JT doing the only thing that he can do. Pick him apart, wear him down. Keep the captain, Brent Oakley, on the ground. Delivers the double axe handle right to the sternum. What is it going to take at this point to keep either one of these competitors down? JT has Brent Oakley up. Oh! Delivers that alley-oop facebuster, and now both of these men are down. Both of these men are spent. What a contest. But JT makes it back up to his feet. And continuing to bring the fight to the captain, JT delivers the swinging neck breaker. And JT delivers that jumping DDT. But Brent able to answer back. Oh! Just crashed and burned there. And JT's going to take advantage of Brent's mistake. Oh, but Brent had it scouted. Countering at the last second. And now Brent with the captain's hook. Second time in this match. And this one's over.
When you hear the horns, that'll let you know it's time. The Spartans going live and we won't be denied.
What a match.
Keep it on
between these two. I knew it was going to be amazing from the moment the bell sounded. Beautiful contest. This was the shotgun drop kick connecting in that match. But this captain's hook right here, that was the first one. Brett tried to sneak a victory, but the official noticed his feet were on the ropes at the last second. JT nearly had this match won. But this captain's hook right here is what put this contest away. What a win for Brent Oakley. He took one hell of a beating, but he was able to answer back and secure the win. Beautiful win for the captain, Brent Oakley. That was an outstanding match, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have 2 more matches headed your way. Do not go anywhere, folks. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, as we heard from the general manager, Max Davidson, he said that what Judas did a couple of weeks ago to Trenton Crusher, attacking him and assaulting him after the match had already ended, was completely uncalled for. And he said he was thinking about suspending Judas. However, he is not going to do that. Instead, he is going to have Judas and Trenton Crusher in a rematch here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if Judas is going to go back to the well after this match, or if Trenton Crusher will be able to get the upper hand over the Demon Judas here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into this one. The leader of the Twisted Nation has arrived.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from the pits of hell, weighing in at 228 pounds, a demon,
Judas versus Trenton Crusher in a rematch. And we all know Trenton Crusher is not happy over the actions that Judas poured out a couple of weeks ago. But ladies and gentlemen, I should announce right here, right now, quick change of subject. We are about 2 weeks away from RUW TakeOver. And ladies and gentlemen, right after TakeOver, coming in April around WrestleMania season, will be the season finale shows for both WEF and RUW. Season 6 is right around the corner. It should not take that long before Season 6 begins, following season finale.
and his opponent from Whitesburg, Kentucky, weighing in at 201 pounds,
Trenton Crusher is ready to get his revenge. The question is, will he be successful in doing so? Or will Judas once again prove that he is one step ahead over Trenton Crusher? There's the bell. We are now underway. Judas versus Trenton Crusher in a rematch. And it looks like in the very early goings of this match, Trenton Crusher is getting picked apart by the Demon Judas here. Oh, but Trenton able to shove him off and delivers that flying forearm right to the face. And look at this. This is what Trenton needed. A chance to pick apart the Demon Judas. Oh, delivers that forearm right in the corner. There's a cover. But only able to give Trenton a count of 1 as this contest just began. And now Trenton, delivers that forearm from the top rope this time. Multiple forearms connecting by Trenton in this match. And now look at this. Oh, kicking Judas's face right into the canvas. Now what's Trenton thinking here? Delivers the Irish whip. And now Trenton, with a clothesline this time. And now Trenton maybe looking to rip the arm out of the socket of Judas here. And quite frankly, after what happened a couple of weeks ago, I do not blame him. And look at this, continuing to pick apart and punish Judas. And look at this, Trenton doing everything in his power to keep Judas down. Oh my God! How the hell did Trenton even get that much distance? He literally traveled from one corner all the way to the other side of the ring to connect that cutter. There's that athleticism that we know Trenton possesses. I just didn't even think he was going to get that. And now Trenton connecting the DDT. This is his moment. There's a cover. No, Judas still in this match, but Trenton needs to go up top. He needs to do something. Oh, but Judas able to answer back, and that is not what Trenton Crusher wanted at all. Oh, but now Trenton, look at the strength. Go to sleep. Into the German suplex. And now Trenton, delivers that rolling neck snap. And now Trenton up on the top rope, delivers the frog splash. There's a cover. No, but Judas is still in this match somehow. But the question is, for how much longer? Trenton now. Look at these strikes. And now Trenton on the apron. What is he thinking here? Trenton with the springboard drop kick connecting right on the dot. And now Trenton Crusher going up to the middle rope is looking for that double axe handle, but Judas was able to roll out of the way. And Judas with the running power slam. And now dropping the elbow right on the sternum. And I think Judas has just answered back for good in this match. Now Trenton having to pull himself up in the corner. But here comes Judas delivering that splash. And just stomping out Trenton Crusher. Judas now in firm control of this match. And now looking to put an end to it as he delivers the Demon's Kiss. There's a cover. And that one's over. But ladies and gentlemen, I would keep your eyes on Judas. This contest just ended. He got the victory. But a couple of weeks ago, he got the victory and continued to punish Trenton after the match. Trenton Crusher brought the fight. He gave it his all. But Judas was able to answer back and defeat Trenton. What a match between these two. But once again, Judas pulls out the upper hand, delivers the Demon's Kiss, and that is what did it.
Here is your winner, the Demon, Judas!
Another big win for Judas. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now main event time. And yes, it is for the RUW 24/7 Championship.
Rhea Ripley, it seems like you just can't get the job done when it matters. You've beaten me before one-on-one plenty of times in Season 4. But once I was able to capture that Women's World Championship at Best in the World earlier this season, it's time for you to face facts. I'm better than you, stronger than you, and I am more of a threat than you ever were and ever will be. But then I found Death Incorporated and became as big of a threat to the women's division that I have been. Even without my boyfriend Alexander Kelly by my side, I've proven that I am not one to be taken lightly here in RUW. And ladies and gentlemen, the rumors are true. Max Davidson is indeed creating the WEF Women's Championship, and there will be a tournament to crown the inaugural champion. Rhea, it's me and you yet again in the opening round. Seems we're destined to fight forever, and it seems you will be put down every single time. And when I run through everyone in the tournament, as if I haven't beaten literally every woman already, and become your first ever WEF Women's Champion, I'll take a much-needed vacation when TakeOver rolls around. It's about time I prove to everyone that the Harlequin doesn't play games. I'll see you in the tournament, Rhea.
Ladies and gentlemen, at RUW Elimination Chamber, Jaron Walker started off the chamber match in the number 2 position. He ran through everybody, and he was able to win the RUW 24/7 Championship. But not only that, he has secured his spot in the main event of Season Finale 5 against Chris Danger for the RUW World Heavyweight Championship. However, due to him winning the 24/7 Championship and being signed to WEF, he is putting that championship on the line here tonight in our main event against the Nemesis, James Taylor. What a match this is going to be. Let's not waste any more time. 24/7 Championship on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Non-Stop Wrestling Championship.
And here is a man looking to get some championship gold back around his waist. The Nemesis, James Taylor. But he is facing the final chief, Jaron Small Afro Walker, a man who has ran through literally everybody he has stepped across the ring from. Even though he lost to Alexander Kelly a couple of weeks ago, he did beat Alexander Kelly the week before. So Jaron Walker has literally ran through everybody he has stepped inside the ring from. But the question is, will James Taylor become another victim of the final chief? Or has Jaron Walker met his match? All we can do is wait and see, folks.
When you hear the horns, that'll let you know it's time. The Spartans going live, and we
here he is, the double champion, the final Chief Jaron Walker, WEF Macho Man champion, and the RUW 24/7 champion. This man has been on an absolute tear in both RUW and WEF. Just look at the size of this man. No wonder he's dominant. You can't even take him down. But that 24/7 championship is on the line in this match, folks. Main event about to be underway.
Introducing the challenger from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, James Taylor. And his opponent from Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 320 pounds, the non-stop wrestling champion and the world heavyweight champion, Jaron Walker.
And ladies and gentlemen, we did hear some words from Alexander Kelly a little bit ago, and he said he wants the rest of Death Incorporated to be showcased on WEF. And ladies and gentlemen, we saw King Vampire have a match against Jon Moxley earlier tonight. And even though he lost, he was still showcased. And ladies and gentlemen, this is perhaps the biggest match of James Taylor's career. Going up against an absolute threat known as Jaron Walker. So maybe Alexander Kelly did get his wish. Oh, but striking Jaron Walker probably isn't the best option, James. And look at this. Jaron Walker just absolutely manhandling the nemesis James Taylor. And ladies and gentlemen, even though this match is only a minute old, I think we all know whose favor this has just gone in. H-Bomb connects by the final Chief. And Jaron Walker is immediately going to look to put James Taylor's lights out as he connects the hidden blade. James Taylor in some very serious trouble in the early goings of this match. Unable to answer back as Jaron is just pouring on the offense, delivering the senton. And now look at this, targeting the legs of the nemesis James Taylor is Jaron Walker. And Jaron about to make light work of James Taylor, but James very quickly able to escape the submission. Now look at these strikes, but once again just having no effect on the final Chief. Oh, but James answering back. Can James capitalize? No. Did he just try to slap him? Oh, you just pissed off Jaron Walker now, James. James is up into the powerbomb position, and now Jaron Walker sends him throat first off the top rope. James may be laying in a damn hospital bed when this match is said and done. And now Jaron pop up into the Samoan drop. And now look at this, Jaron showcasing his strength, connecting the Uranagi. If James wants to secure a win over the final Chief, and get his hands on that 24/7 championship, he's going to need to answer back right the hell now. But he is continuing to be picked apart by Jaron Walker. And now look at this. Jaron just once again sending James Thorpe first off that top rope. There's a cover. Just pure dominance by Jaron Walker, but James Taylor is still in this match. But the question remains for how much longer, as Jaron Walker may be looking to flatten the nemesis here. From the top rope, elbow drop right to the lower back, into the cover. Is this one over just like that? No, it is not. Taylor still in this. But he is getting absolutely picked apart by Jaron Walker here. Jaron once again going up to the top rope, delivering that splash. This one's got to be over. Look at the strength of Jaron Walker planting James Taylor. And what's funny is Jaron Walker literally weighs exactly 100 pounds more than James Taylor. Package pile driver. This one's over. It has to be. If James Taylor kicks out, it is off pure adrenaline only. There's a cover. And James Taylor somehow able to kick out. Trying to take Jaron Walker to the ground and not going to work. James Taylor has been an absolute victim of Jaron Walker since the bell sounded for this match. James Taylor just completely unable to answer back, continuing to get worked over by the 24/7 champion and the WEF Macho Man champion. Look at this. Pure dominance being displayed by Jaron Walker. I don't think anybody can stop him at this point. Look at this. German suplex connects. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this one's about to be over. Clothesline from hell connects into the cover. And Jaron Walker has just made light work of the nemesis James Taylor. James was barely able to get any offense in, if he even was able to get offense in. Pure dominance being displayed by the final chief, Jaron Walker. Look at this. Look at this splash from the top rope. He hooks James Taylor up for the package pile driver, dropping him right on the top of his head. But even that wasn't enough to do it. What ended it was this clothesline from hell right there. And Jaron Walker retains the 24/7 championship. The nemesis James Taylor has just become another victim of Jaron Walker. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll just about do it for this week's episode of WEF Strikeout. We are on the road to season 6. We are oh so close to RUW TakeOver. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in if you did. I have been your color commentator for the evening, Alex Black. Remember, take care of yourself and love yourself. We are out of here. Deuces.